Hi everybody! In this video, I'll be talking about how I personally overcame my fear and got more comfortable communicating and talking to people that I don't know. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brittany and I am a first-year dental student and I love making videos about dental school life and dental school related advice videos too. So if you're interested in that kind of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I upload videos every week. So the reason I decided to make this video is because in one of my other videos, I talk about how to shadow dentists. And in my personal experience, what I learned while shadowing a dentist, I learned a lot of things. Probably the most important thing was the patient-dentist interaction. And I talked about this in my other video, but at the time in high school, I was very shy. Of course, I love to talk to my family and my very close friends, but talking to people outside my family and close friends, it was always a little bit awkward, and I just wasn't very comfortable speaking to them. And I knew that if I wanted to become a dentist, it didn't matter if I was the best at sciences, if I were the best with my hands, that wouldn't matter if I didn't have that skill to be able to talk to my future patients. So in order to tell you guys some tips on how to improve your communication skills, I will be telling you my personal story. I'm going to be also breaking it down to 4 different tips. The first tip is very important, and it is to accept who you are. So we live in a day and age where people are expected to be very charismatic and popular and very easygoing and very talking to other people just comes naturally to them. We're expected to be talkative people. But what I found out is that you need to embrace who you are. If you are a little bit more on the quiet side, if talking doesn't really come naturally to you, then you need to accept it, because let's face it, we're not trying to be somebody who we're not. And probably the most important thing is to accept who you are, and that will lead you to the next step. And the next step is know your purpose. So what is the purpose of you wanting to improve your communication skills? For me, it was that wake-up call that I wanted to become a dentist and I needed to have these patient-dentist interaction skills. That was my own choice. Don't decide that you want to be more of a talker because that's what your family members say or that's what your teachers say. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Instead, you need to have that drive and you need to have your own purpose and own goal, and that is what will help you propel yourself into being a better speaker. The third tip is to get out of your comfort zone and just get out there. So what I did to push myself out of my comfort zone is I decided to get involved more into campus jobs, and my first ever campus job was a student writing center mentor. So as a student writing mentor, I met with students one-on-one to read over their essay and help them with their creative process, with their organization. What I learned as a student writing mentor was how to communicate with people on a one-on-one basis, and that while you are talking to them, you can't be like, oh, that sentence sounds completely wrong, you need to change it. You don't come off to somebody as a rude person or a mean person. What you want to do is you want to start off with their strengths. Say, I really like how you started off this paragraph, I loved your intro. You start off with positive things, and then you could say, oh, in order to improve your paper, you need to maybe fix the sentence structure on this a little bit. Let's try and work together to fix this and to improve this. So by kind of learning how to say these things nicely to other people, I was able to, try to put myself into their shoes or just be kinder when talking to other people. For the second job, I was a tour guide. I would have never guessed in a million years I would have became a tour guide for my university. But how that happened was I was feeling very confident about being a writing mentor, and I decided that I really wanted to push myself and again get out of my comfort zone. And what I did was I applied to be a tour guide. And traditionally you think of tour guides as really peppy and talkative and full of energy and just really sociable people, and I wasn't that. But I decided to give the interviews a try, and surprisingly I made it. And being a tour guide was different because we had to memorize a bunch of facts about our school But at the same time, we didn't want to be a robot and just spit out facts to the families or the prospective students that we were talking to. We wanted to create our own stories to kind of show them why going to this university was the best, you know? Also, what I learned from tour training is not just to have more confidence in myself, but to be able to talk to and communicate with people of all different kinds of backgrounds, people's ages, because a ton of people came to my university to come check it out, and I was there to kind of like sell the school to them. And I got to talk to a bunch of parents, some prospective students, and it was really awesome to see where they came from and just to communicate and talk to them and just treat them like human beings, I guess. Which brings me to my fourth and final tip: be proud of your achievements. Of course, when people told me they liked my tour, I would feel really good, but you yourself have to see how far you came. And these things don't happen overnight, they happen through practice, and sometimes you really have to throw yourself into it. So I hope this video really helped. It wasn't really exact tips or like you need to practice 100 times in front of a mirror, but I guess the main point that I'm trying to say is be true to who you are, be confident, know your purpose, and you will get far in improving your communication skills. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!